How do you improve on an award-winning product? A product that marks a strong return to form and trouts the competition in every respect, value for money, performance, specification? The answer, judging by the new Denon AVR X2300W, is very carefully indeed. The carefulness starts with the new Denon's appearance. You'd need forensic levels of attention to detail to spot the differences between this and the AVR X2300W it replaces. From the clear, bright display to the control layout, they're all but identical on the front, while around the back, some mild reorganisation of connections has happened, but that's nothing that's going to have you grasping for the manual. All the AVR X2300W's HDMI inputs are HDCP 2.2 certified and are capable of 4K 60Hz pass-through, and there are 8 of them. Add the legacy connections, and your system will have to be extensive in the extreme to test the limits of Denon's socketry. Across the board, in fact, the 2300's thoroughly specified. Your £500 buys a full suite of decoding options up to and including Dolby Atmos 5.1.2. DTS:X compatibility is but a September-ish software update away. Spotify Connect and Bluetooth plus AirPlay for the staunchly old school are supported, as well as internet radio and streaming from a NAS device via the integrated Wi-Fi. And the 2300 will stream pretty much every format, including 24-bit 192 kHz PCM and DSD files, and the ability to play DSD double-speed files is one way, at least, in which the 2300 differs from its predecessor. Power output is unchanged, 7 channels of 150 watts each, measured under the rather generous conditions AV receiver manufacturers tend to prefer, which, let's face it, ought to be ample. So on paper, there's not much to set the 2300 apart from the tough act it has to follow. But Denon's done a lot of work on a small scale level, from upping component quality to shortening signal paths. The power supply has been retuned and noise levels, both analog and digital, have been reduced. Setup is as simple as it always is with Denon receivers, which is to say it's simplicity itself. The Odyssey auto setup system is accurate and fuss-free. The 2300 comes with a setup microphone and a cardboard mic stand, and while the setup procedure is on the tedious side, it only needs doing once. The results are gratifyingly accurate. It helps that the remote control is logical and intuitive, which is more than could be said for Denon's control app. It's available for Android and iOS, and it routinely crashes irrespective of platform. Where the 2300 scores heavily in terms of sound is in the beautiful balance it strikes. It does exemplary work with voices which sound natural, articulate, and lifelike to the extent that some nominal rivals sound mechanical by comparison. The sound field is stable and convincing, never leaving you in any doubt as to what's happening or where. There's ample dynamic headroom for the action movies, subtlety and nuance for the art house stuff, and a stack of detail on display regardless of the kind of movies you like. Other similarly priced receivers may offer more out-and-out muscularity, but none combines agility, authority and refinement to such winning effect. It's rare to find such a blend of polish and scale at this sort of money. Even as a stereo performer, and stereo performance is emphatically a second-tier consideration in products like this, the Denon's easy-to-enjoy balance remains intact. It's on the smooth side of neutral, but it's a likeably well-judged listen. And, most important of all, it's a cleaner, more detailed and more precise listen than the award-winning receiver it replaces. It sounds tauter and more agile, but retains the same tempting price tag as its predecessor. We're still waiting for quite a few manufacturers to come up with the 2016 receiver goods, so right now, for Pioneer, Sony, Onkyo, Yamaha and the rest, the ball's pretty emphatically in your court. If you enjoyed this video, leave us a comment below and don't forget to click subscribe. You can also find us on all the social media, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and add us on Google+.